Allah says in the Quran, stop overthinking.
There is not a single place in the Quran where Allah says stop overthinking.
Stop complaining.
There's actually 2 instances in the Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala praises people for complaining to Him. The first instance that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions is when Yaqub alayhi salam said, قَالَ إِنَّمَا أَشْكُو بَثِّي وَحُزُنِي إِلَى اللَّهِ. He said that I will only complain about my sadness and suffering to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second is when a woman from amongst the Sahaba, she had an argument with her husband and she complained to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responded with a verse in the Quran dedicated to her, saying, قَدْ سَمِعَ اللَّهُ قَوْلَ الَّتِي تُجَادِلُكَ فِي زَوْجِهَا وَتَشْتَكِي إِلَى اللَّهِ.
Stop stressing yourself too much.
Nowhere in the Quran does it say stop stressing, but what it does say is that if you want to get to Jannah, then you will be tested just like the people before you. And the people before you suffered so much and they were tested so harshly that both the messenger and the people, they started calling out to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for help.
Instead, you should trust me.
This is true. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. That whoever puts his trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then He is enough for him. But anyways, it's absolutely horrible that some of these Muslim influencers are lying against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with no proof whatsoever. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَفْتَرُونَ عَلَى اللَّهِ الْكَذِبَ لَا يُفْلِحُونَ. That whoever fabricates a lie against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he will never be successful. So if you ever see anyone that said Allah said so and so, or the Prophet said such and such, then ask them for proof. Tell them to bring the ayat and hadith. But if they cannot bring it, or they refuse to bring it, then listen, in this life you might get away with it. We might not ask you about it. But in the next life, you may be questioned about it. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, سَتُكْتَبُ شَهَادَتُهُمْ وَيُسْأَلُونَ. Their statements will be recorded and they will be questioned about it.